Hey YouTube, Coppersan here. Today I want to go over another class who can currently be considered to be one of the better supporting classes in the game and probably one of the best duo classes in the game, and that class is none other than the Forest Child Lynn. Lynn was already considered a decent support and DPM class, but ever since the Ride or Die update from last December, even more players are eyeing this class as one of the best supports in the game. So what happened? Did Lynn get like a ton of buffs? Well, not really. Actually, it's the opposite. Lynn didn't get any changes whatsoever, which turned out to be kind of a buff, as every other class, their supportive skills got some sort of nerf. Blaze Lizards, their Burning Conduit got nerfed and party members now only receive 40% damage increase instead of 60. Battle Mage, their Weakening Aura debuff got nerfed. Mechanic, their support unit's Hyper Skill now boosts final damage by 2% less. And Bishop needs more int to give less final damage to their party members. And I don't even want to mention the horrible state that Kana's once overpowered the main buff is in right now. Even though she was also untouched this update, but still, Lynn, she wasn't even mentioned in the patch notes at all, and she might get some change in the future, but for now she can enjoy a higher priority when it comes to those bossing parties. So what makes Lynn support so great? Lynn has a system similar to Paladins, where they can link to one party member. Lynn has that similar mechanic, but for her it's called focus. You can also focus on yourself, by the way, like a true solo mapler. So let's go over all her supportive skills, what makes it so good. She can, for example, place a healing buff on either herself or her focus target. This skill will last for 40 seconds and heals for 20% of the target's HP every second. So you heal 20% of your HP every second for 40 seconds. And later on, with her 4-job skill, this gets boosted to 30% and it also gives a small attack and magic attack buff, of course. Dude, if I get a buff that heals me for 30% HP every second, I will literally never die in any boss fight. That's insane. But do keep in mind though that only one person can get this buff, and this skill has a 60-second cooldown, so it isn't always active. And now here you're typing like, oh, it's only one party member. Well, bishops can heal everyone with their healing skills. Introducing the 4-job skill Mother Nature's Touch, instantly affecting everyone on the entire freaking map. They don't even need to be around you. Restoring everyone to full health, healing everyone for 10% of their HP every second for 30 seconds, and it also removes all harmful debuffs. Downsides of this skill, it has again a 60-second cooldown, and you get to touch grass, I suppose, because the skill is called Nature's Touch. And if you're in a really annoying boss fight with a ton of statuses, her 3rd-job skill Purify also reduces one harmful effect for every nearby party member for 20 seconds, every 2 seconds up to 5 effects. And this skill only has a 10-second cooldown. Only bishops, if their cooldown for Dispel gets reduced by dispelling stuff, can get sorta close to reaching this kind of crazy dispelling effect. Bishops also have to spam out Angel Ray to heal party members by 10% of their HP, and the Ray projectile actually needs to like hit your party members. Or party members have to go and press up at the chalices that bishops spawn, or like the other thingies that now everyone can spawn. Lynn has a map-wide cleansing detox and heals everyone and everything. It's just that easy. And while we're on the topic of supporting buffs, Lynn, her hyper skill Forest Protection, creates a barrier area for all party members, reducing any damage taken, even from percentage HP attacks, by 30%. And if someone dies inside the barrier, they simply do not. Similar to Bishop, their door skill. But over here though, Bishop does kinda have the edge, as Heaven's Door also gives everyone an extra life, but party members don't need to stand inside that area that you have as Lynn. But there's also an advantage for Lynn here, as party members can only receive one Bishop's Door effect every 600 seconds, while Lynn's skill only has a 300 second limit of receiving the skill again. And Lynn has the unique ability to teleport party members to her location, so if your party is in trouble, you can go somewhere safer, drop Forest Protection, and then force everyone to go to your location, since you obviously know what is best for the party. Or you can just teleport everyone into a one-hit KO attack for fun. If you don't like your current party, you can do that too. You can play both sides, you know. Like, I can just imagine getting a pitch drop and I'm playing Lynn and I'm just teleporting everyone to my location very far away. Everyone's confused where they are and then I quickly loot the thing and then it's probably a good thing that I never find any pitch drops. I mean, I would never, of course. And there's one more Lynn skill that can also teleport you to her focus target to help out if needed. And in case your party needs more damage, Lynn also has a buff for the entire party that increases ignore enemy defense by 30%. Lynn is like the permanent event stat every party needs. Okay, that sounds pretty good, right? But wait until you hear about her 5th-job skills. Then her 5th-job skill, Nature's Grace, at max level, again heals the entire party by 100%, but it also gives you the ability to excess heal. Your healing skills can, for 30 seconds, overheal the party members for up to 200% of their HP, again at max level, creating a shield for the overhealed amount. This skill does have a weird cooldown of 185 seconds at max level, but when used in combination with your Nature's Touch Grass 4-job healing skill, then you can provide a critical shield to your party members when needed, and it lasts for a while as well, because both your healing skills will heal you constantly for like 30 seconds, so you can just keep generating that shield over and over. Like I was standing here in Zakum's attacks, I was dodging, and at one point I was like, wait a minute, I don't need to dodge, I'm Lynn. And then there's also Awaken. This skill unlocks your potential, and I think I have the perfect soundbite to explain what the skill does.
I see something within this young man. Strength yet untapped, power yet unleashed. Now hold still, as I unleash the Valley of Strength hidden deep within. There, I have unlocked your potential.
I don't feel that different.
It wasn't that much.
Huh.
So this skill unlocks your potential. It works very similar to Benediction from Bishops. It boosts your final damage by 30% and your focus target's final damage by 10%. But this skill also scales with int. For every 1k int you have, you increase the final damage by 1% up to a massive 110%. But again, only for one party member. Bishops can buff up the entire party with their Benediction skill, but only up to 33%, which gets divided between party members. But they also buff attack speed and recover HP and MP, which this skill does not. Just as an example, the upper ceiling for Awaken is pretty insane, but your party members might get mad if suddenly your strongest party member gets the 100% final damage buff and everyone that dots turn in red. This skill doesn't stack with Benediction, by the way, which would obviously be too broken. Linear damage is decent. I wouldn't say she is super strong, but I also wouldn't call her very weak either. She's a 2-minute class that grinds a lot like Shade, at least her bear skill feels a lot like Shade with Bomb Punch. Every class is viable of course, but I think Lynn shines the best when you're planning to either duo or party play a lot in the end game, as I feel this is the area where the class shines the most. Like if you want to solo bosses, there's probably other classes that can do that better than Lynn. Right now it feels like Lynn is in a great spot, but let's see what the future brings. As she didn't get any changes with the Ride or Die update, there might be some party skill nerfs to align her more with the other supports in the upcoming future. But for now she's pretty good though, and that's all I had for today. Thank you so much for watching, hope you are enjoying the Lynn class if you have one, and thanks to our members making these videos possible. Special thanks to Niels de Coninck, Raar, Maar, Waar, Sebastian Hanøy, Caudimorda, Wiley, BackSpaceOTI, Ziggy, Flidiot, Knivesu, Cloudfix, Michael, Menchaca, Raythius, Betrayal1489, Sylvio, Neto, StrikerElk, Ryaiser, Aryu, PCGAMELIFE, The Passenger, maxBurnHeart, ScottyFlysFast, Only, Lordvasile, Spudsy, Dantevictory, Snuffupop, Quinn, Dewey Tran, Veke Botnet, Megu, The Wolf Drake, Matinu Dev, Groggo, Gabriel Eck, Knivesu, Max Mink, and Domi Kirch-nehammer. Thank you so much for watching, stay safe and happy mapling!